Most basketball players know how to score in 3 dribbles in a one-on-one setting. But how do you score in 3 dribbles in a 5-on-5 setting? Let's take a look at Kyrie and see how he does it. On Kyrie's first bucket off the sideline out of bounds, he gets a cross screen from Dinwiddie, gets to the top of the key, and now has a switch on to Rui Hachimura and no longer Finney Smith, who's the Lakers' best perimeter defender and his primary defender. So now at this point, his attention goes to Finney Smith because Kessler Edwards is the only person on the floor not spaced out. So Kyrie's going to get in his triple threat, stay patient, and once he has space to actually attack downhill, he's going to go and attack, and he cuts off Rui Hachimura by going to that right side. And by going there, he also ends up leading Finney Smith towards that right side as well, which then ends up opening that left side for Kyrie to get his lay. On this next bucket, Kyrie's going to use more than 3 dribbles, but I want you to pay attention to his intention with all of his dribbles. So he starts to play with Finney Smith on him, gets a screen, and now he has LeBron on him. And now he's not even trying to attack. He's playing stationary because he's waiting for another screen to get Luka Doncic onto him. And by having that first screen, by getting Bron on him, he knows Bron is not going to try to fight over it and stay. And so it's going to make an easy switch for Kyrie to attack Luka. Meanwhile, if he had Finney Smith on him, he would have fought over. So now the second that he gets Luka on him, he takes 2 dribbles, attacks, and then his drive is cut off. But then he faces back up, 1 dribble off that tween, sets up that step back, and now he gets his bucket. Right after hitting that 3, Kyrie now comes down and is going against Luka. And if you want to get simple buckets, play defense. And so watch Kyrie's timing on this. He's behind Luka Doncic, and Luka's trying to take advantage of his size. And so the second that Austin Reeves releases the ball, Kyrie now begins to circle out towards Luka Doncic's right arm, towards his outside arm where the pass is getting thrown to. And he doesn't jump it early. And this way, he can be able to get to the ball before Luka does. And so now he ends up getting that steal, 2 dribbles in, pulls it from 3, and gets another bucket. This bucket is a representation of what it looks like to be wise in scoring. So if you look at the Dallas Mavericks, they have no 5-man on the floor. It's all guards and wings. And so Austin Reeves pulls up, and he takes this 3 from the top, and he misses, so now the Mavs are in transition. So now, understanding that since they were at the top, Kyrie now knows he could beat Austin Reeves down the floor and runs the rim as if he is the 5-man, although they don't have a 5-man. So now this allows PJ Washington to throw this down to Kyrie. He takes 1 dribble, bumps him like he is a real big man, and he gets his bucket. And that's also a representation of Kyrie's skill. Now remember these last 2 plays where you saw Kyrie circle around and get that steal, and then the next play where he ran the rim as a 5-man. This play is a representation of both those plays combined. And so now once Luka Doncic gets into the paint, he drops it off to Vanderbilt. But pay attention to Kyrie's positioning as that pass occurred. He is towards Vanderbilt's left side. And the second that that pass gets thrown, Kyrie circles around to Vanderbilt's right side and swipes down directly in the middle of Vanderbilt's body. So now he's able to get that steal because the ball was unprotected. So what does Kyrie do now? He ends up giving the ball up to Dinwiddie, running the slot like he is a 5-man once again. And once he gets the catch right inside the arc, he takes 1 dribble, floats it, because as a guard, when you see a bigger defender underneath the rim, that's your go-to. Instead of trying to lay, just go for that floater. Have you been looking for the best products to enhance your recovery? Great thing this video is sponsored by Thread Performance. Thread Performance is a sports nutrition brand made specifically for growing athletes, meaning it's safe, effective, and designed for your body's growth and performance. Thread Performance is available in 3 products, with each of them having their own specific benefits. The first one is Daily Strength, which focuses on building muscle and faster recovery. The second one is Daily Edge, which focuses on boosting endurance and your focus. And the last one is the Hero product, which is what I have in hand, which is the Daily Fuel, the all-in-one performance nutrition product. And the best thing about this is that you can mix it with anything. You can use it plainly as a protein shake. You could put it in your oatmeal. You could put it in your pancake batter. You could put it in your smoothie. You could put it in anything because it's very easy to mix. So if you're tired of being weak, slow, and hurt and want to be strong, fast, and healthy, make sure you go hit the link below, click it, and use my code DOR10 to be able to get 10% off of your purchase. That's right, DOR10 to be able to get 10% off of your purchase. What really allows Kyrie to score in 3 dribbles in a 5-on-5 is how well he reads the floor, and then also how well he's able to maximize the spacing that he has. So in these 2 possessions, you're going to see the same situation, but see Kyrie make a different read. On this first play, Kyrie catches on the left wing, but if you look at the help side, you'll see that Luka Doncic has not stepped all the way over. So Kyrie begins his attack towards that baseline. But the second Luka Doncic gets all the way over, Kyrie slows down, begins to hang his dribbles, and then Kessler Edwards shakes up to that middle, and Kyrie hits him with that pocket pass, and he gets a dime. And now in the second possession, in the second half, Kyrie is now on the right wing. And when he makes this catch, his back is towards the basket. And Austin Reeves is still leading him towards that sideline. So what does Kyrie now do? He makes a quick spin. And if you look at Bron, he does something very similar to what Luka did in that first half. He steps over late. But this time, what decision does Kyrie make? He ends up cutting Austin Reeves off short as he gets into his attack, bumps, creates space, and is able to fade along that baseline. And we see Kyrie right there and then. Same situation 2 times, but with 2 different reads. Proverbs 14:29 says, "Whoever is patient has great understanding, but one who is quick-tempered displays folly." And this bucket from Kyrie is a Proverbs 14:29 bucket. And so when he gets this catch, he's going to stay patient because he's going to read the floor, which is going to allow him to understand how he should attack. And since he's been in this situation numerous times, thousands of times in his life, a one-on-one from the top of the key, he's going to now just tap into his instinct and make a move and not even have to think about it. So he's going to hit Austin Reeves with the jab, sees he overreacts, 1 dribble pull up to that left, bucket. After the Mavericks just turned the ball over, Kyrie Irving is going to see how he could use that to his advantage for himself to attack. So once they get the ball back, he ends up having a mismatch in Luka Doncic. And now if you look at the spacing of the floor, you see Klay Thompson from that right corner. And what Klay is now going to do is step up towards that middle and set a screen. But Kyrie is going to recognize the spacing that he has with Klay leaving, which now opens up that right side. And now Kyrie is able to go ahead and attack, and Luka has no help because even as he gets inside the arc, LeBron is late to step over. So now all Kyrie has to do, 3 dribbles total, lay right there at the rim. The one thing I want y'all to learn from this game is Kyrie's simplicity. And we see this expressed in the Bible in Ecclesiastes 5:10, which says, "He who loves silver will not be satisfied with silver, nor he who loves abundance with increase. This also is vanity." One thing about that verse I want to highlight is abundance. You will not be satisfied with abundance with an increase. Why is that? Because doing more doesn't mean you're doing better. And so in basketball, making more moves doesn't mean you're playing better. Making more reads doesn't mean you're making better reads. It's about finding exactly what you need to do and not trying to do what you want to do. And so once you begin to uptake that perspective and stop trying to play a pretty game and just play a fundamental game, your game is going to hit another level like it has for Kyrie each and every single year that he's now been in the league. And now mentioning Kyrie, prayers go out to Kyrie. I'm praying for a speedy recovery. He's still going to come back as the most skilled player in the game. And I promise you, he's probably going to come back maybe even better than he was before. So once again, prayers out to Kyrie, hoping for a speedy recovery. And I hope this video edified y'all and it's brought y'all breakthrough, not just in game, but spiritually as well. So discipline or regret, you choose.